time for the moment you've been waiting for.
What up, it's your boy T-Bear here with new reaction. So I came across this video by one of my other favorite reacting couples, Dwayne and Jazz. So this is top 10 kids cartoon characters reimaged as people. So let's just check this out and see how this is gonna look. I see he has some other ones too. One is remembers 10 years old. I'm gonna hold off on that one. There's another one too I see as adults. Okay, it's part 1, part 2. So this is as adults as well too. Did I pick the right one? But anyway, this is the first one they sing. So let's do this.
The world is full of very talented artists that are able to create unimaginable worlds. So of course, when we heard that some artists are turning cartoon characters into actual people, we just had to put them in a video. The human version of SpongeBob SquarePants is spot on. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to never miss another video, and hit that thumbs up button if we showed your favorite character. Today we're talking about 10 popular cartoon characters reimagined as people. Kung Fu Panda. Check out the fierce-looking human from the Kung Fu Panda. From the face shape to the clothes, this is one of the best human versions of Po we've seen. The artist behind it is a talented illustrator from Russia. She is known for drawing reimagined characters. Do you agree with the representation?
That's supposed to be Timon and Pumbaa.
The best human versions
that's
of
from Ice Age. I think his name right now.
Is a talented illustrator from Russia. She is known for
Timon
drawing
and Pumbaa. Oh shoot!
Do you agree with her representation of the Kung Fu Panda?
That's pretty cool.
To refresh your memory, Po is a playful Kung Fu fan who's inspired by some of his favorite warriors and action figures. And although he's passionate, he's also incredibly clumsy. The mischievous look with an arched eyebrow shown on the human version of Po definitely portrays his playful nature. The cartoon version of Po lacks discipline but surprises everyone with his impressive Kung Fu skills. It is exactly what the adult version seems to be doing too. And we think a bald human version of Po is a completely accurate representation. After all, one of much beloved Po's saying is, "My fist hungers for justice," as his stomach rumbles. We're pretty sure the human version of Po could also kick some serious butt. But now we want to know how the rest of the Kung Fu Panda characters would look like. The Furious 5 Kung Fu Panda characters. Ask and you shall receive. Here are the other members of the Furious 5. This illustration belongs to the DeviantArt user Cora Orvad. This artist did an amazing job capturing the personalities of Kung Fu Panda characters and turning them into their human form. Meet Viper on the very left, Tigress behind her, Master Monkey in front of him, Po in the middle, Crane on the right, and Mantis far right. We absolutely adore the human version of Viper, who looks just as caring and nice as Viper in the movie. And then there's Tigress, the one that takes no nonsense and is one of the fiercest warriors we have ever seen. Look at her muscles, and speaking of muscles, check out those muscular abs on Master Monkey, who looks just as mischievous as he does in the movie. Crane looks way cooler, and we bet he doesn't take himself as seriously as the cartoon version does. And then there's Mantis, the sarcastic little guy that's willing to stand up to just about anyone. His fierce pose shows he's exactly like the Mantis in the movie. You better watch out. What do you think? Does this team look like what you imagine the human Kung Fu Panda team to look like? Simba and Nala. Simba and Nala are true relationship goals, so there's no wonder you can find many drawings of how they look like if they were humans. And we approve of all of them. We particularly love this drawing, the same artist who drew Po from Kung Fu Panda. And this version of Simba and Nala is just as couple goals as the cartoon. What do you think? Do you agree with Simba's ginger hair and Nala's long blonde hair? The lifelong best friends and later loving partners are among some of the most favorite Disney characters. Do you think the human version of Nala still keeps Simba in check, or has there been a switch in their personalities? We love their gentle relationship, and it seems like they are just as sweet as their cartoon versions. Of course, you can find many other versions of human Simba and Nala out there. Check out this drawing by DeviantArt user called Forgotten Ladies. Now, these two look fierce and ready to lead their pride. The artist made sure to keep the drawings in line with the personalities of both characters. Nala even has piercing teal eyes, while Simba's eyes are strikingly red. Scar, the Lion King.
Oh
Ever
shit!
wondered how
I
Scar
wonder
from
he
The
was
Lion King
like.
would look like as a human? We believe this is one of the best transitions.
That's pretty good, but I'll see it a little more older though. But
eyes,
that's pretty good though.
Ear, a goatee, and warrior clothing. We think this illustrator.
I know a lot of people like wonder why the Lion King characters ain't black because they're Africa, but whatever. I'm not going to get into that.
Ever since he was a young cub, Scar hated that his father never spent time with him, and he despised that his older brother got to be a king. We love the calculative look the human Scar has as it perfectly portrays his expressions. But at the same time, he's charismatic enough for you to trust him. The bones of his body also show his intimidating side. And then there's, of course, the scar he received in a fight. This image belongs to a DeviantArt user who goes by the name of Chetam. What do you think? Did they do a good job? How do you think this scar would move?
It was a good
Would he
job.
take a stern and quick walk, or would he take his time and move fast, but in a fluid way, almost like a snake? SpongeBob SquarePants,
Oh,
who lives in the
shit.
pineapple under the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants, who has now been transformed into a hilarious human.
Wow, that's perfect right
Just
there.
like Kung Fu Panda and Simba and Nala, this image was also created by the same talented Russian illustrator. The detail of this drawing is particularly impressive, and the SpongeBob's personality is accurately embodied in this small
That's
child.
really
From a
like
hat to
accurate
his
right
freckles
there.
and his tooth gap, this child looks just as hilarious as the real SpongeBob SquarePants. We bet he's quite a handful, and he probably gets in trouble all the time. But SpongeBob also has a very sweet and innocent side to him, which is why turning SpongeBob into a child would make sense. In the cartoon, SpongeBob's age is never officially revealed, but the creator of the cartoon said he's old enough to live on his own and still go to boating school. We wonder if he'd still live in a pineapple under the sea, or would the pineapple also be turned into something more suitable for humans? Who knows? You can also find several other amazing SpongeBob
I've seen
drawings
that
out there,
one.
but
Actually,
we
I've
were
seen that one.
particularly
Oh, that's
impressed
pretty
with the
dope right
detail
there.
of this one. Olaf from Frozen. Just imagine
Olaf.
how much cooler I'll be in the summer. Who doesn't love the funny singing snowman that desperately wishes he could experience summer? Olaf is one of Frozen's most popular characters, and we can definitely see why. He's very goofy and giggly, but at the same time he's so innocent you just can't help but love him.
Let me see this.
Is this how Olaf would look like in
That's
summer?
pretty good.
Tested
That's
by
a pretty good
putting
accurate
on his
too.
face, this Olaf, who also looks like he's working in a hospital, portrays the exact same personality. We love how the artist managed to keep the shape of Olaf's carrot nose and made it human. Olaf originally has 3 stone buttons, his carrot nose, snowball legs, twigs' hair, and a buck tooth. The human Olaf, despite having way more hair than just a few twigs, is absolutely perfect.
It is
And here's
perfect.
more good news. If Olaf would have his human shape, he could see what summer actually looks like. And we bet he'd find out what happens to solid water when it gets warm.
Right.
What do you think his buddies would think of him? Is this the Olaf you've imagined as a human? Bugs Bunny. Wow, check
Ooh.
out this Bugs
Wow.
Bunny. This drawing belongs to a DeviantArt user that goes by the name of
They made him in like
Bugs Bunny is probably one of the most beloved cartoon characters that ever existed. Although he could be goofy, Bugs Bunny was able to face any challenge. He's smart and effortlessly cool, which is exactly what this human version is portraying. We love his fancy suit, white gloves, and the chain belt with the little carrot. The human version of Bugs Bunny comes with short gray hair, and of course he's holding bunny ears in case he ever needs to go back to his bunny character. Hold up 1 second. Look at this detail. The human Bugs Bunny seems to be drinking from a glass of carrot juice. As a cartoon character, Bugs Bunny had many outfits and was able to cosplay as pretty much anyone, including Scarlett O'Hara. Is the human version of Bugs Bunny still able to flawlessly break down the gender binary? But the more important question is the human Bugs Bunny still sticking to his famous "What's up, Doc" line? The same artist also drew a human version of Lola Bunny, and although she seems to be into basketball, she's probably still madly in love with Bugs. Mike Wazowski and Sully. Of course, we can't forget about our 2 favorite monsters and best friends in the monsters world. It's Mike Wazowski and Sully. The human version of Mike and Sully were designed by a Pixiv user named Wagashima. And believe it or not,
got like hair over like he got
captured
eyes.
Mike's one eye by cleverly giving him stylish side bangs. Sully, on the other hand, is still shown as big and muscular. We love his blue hair, and of course, he had to keep the horns. These 2 Monsters University students play the part. What do you think? Although we have to say, the human version of Mike Wazowski doesn't look like he's having a good time. We wonder if his legs and arms are still just as long as his cartoon character. Although there's a lot of debate as to when Mike and Sully initially met, these best friends for life have been through thick and thin. Some of our favorite Mike and Sully moments include their very first morning as roommates at Monsters University. And we can't forget about taking care of the cute Boo. These two are definitely BFF goals. And don't forget, they scare because they care. Lightning McQueen. And who could forget about Lightning McQueen? He had a mission to win, but learned far more important things about life. With his famous saying, "Ka-chow," Lightning McQueen slowly learned about the importance of friendship as his story developed. The self-absorbed Lightning McQueen was reimagined as a human, and we are absolutely in love with this illustration. Because of Lightning McQueen's personality, we think it's fair to say the human version of the cartoon car would actually be a child. Lightning McQueen has blue eyes, which are beautifully featured in the cartoon version. His red paint has been turned into red hair, matching eyebrows, and red racing clothing, and it really suits him. Do you think the human version of Lightning McQueen is just as arrogant as the cartoon character, or does he have sweeter moments? We wonder what the car of the human Lightning McQueen looks like. This Lightning McQueen was illustrated by a DeviantArt user called Chaco, but you can find many other equally as impressive human versions of the famous race car on the web. Do you think Lightning McQueen looks better as an adult? Donkey from Shrek. This charming donkey was also designed by the very talented Russian artist we've mentioned in this video. What do you think? The cartoon version of the donkey is always hyperactive and fast-talking, not paying much attention to other people. This is probably why many get annoyed by his presence. He's played by Eddie Murphy, who managed to turn the donkey into one of the most beloved cartoon characters. What do you think about the human version of the donkey? Could he live up to the same expectations? Believe it or not, there are a few theories out there that claim the donkey from Shrek was initially human. Remember Pinocchio and the boys that ended up turning into donkeys at Pleasure Island? Well, a Reddit user had a theory that one of those boys became the donkey you see in Shrek. There's more to this theory since Pinocchio is actually featured in Shrek movies, and all other characters come from a specific fairy tale. Everyone except for the donkey. If the donkey was ever human, we could see him looking like this guy. His eyes, his hair, and his A-OK look are just spot on. Do you have a favorite cartoon character? Let us know in the comments.
Wow, that was pretty interesting how they did though, and whoever did the designs are very talented though, for real though. That was awesome. That was pretty awesome. You want to see how Dwayne and Jazz react to it though, but that was pretty awesome. I want to see the other ones they have on there too, and also subscribe to them. What's called The Thing. I think it's called what's they call it again? Oh, man. Jesus Christmas. trying to grab shit. The Things, yep. I just subscribed to them. Very talented right now. Pretty awesome animation on them too, though. Well, other than that, if you like my reaction, like, share, comment, subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my Facebook page. It's your boy T-Bear signing off. One love.